Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're on a bit of a road trip again today to start a new project. I know I keep getting into these projects, but this one I couldn't kind of refuse, and it's something I've always wanted. So yeah, we're up early doors. It's a Sunday. I'm leaving now at, I think it's 7 o'clock. I've been up since 6:30. We've got to be in Sheffield for, I think he said about 8:30 to pick up what I bought. So let me get on the road and then I'll show you what I bought in a second. So it's just turned, I think, 9 o'clock. We've got here on time. We've loaded the trailer. It was an old boy, so I didn't really do any filming in his yard because I don't think he really understood, you know, what I was going to do. So I've pulled around the corner. It's on the trailer. Let me turn it round. So this is what I've bought. A Movano pickup. Obviously spares and repairs, engine's on the back, but that'll do me. So the plan is with this one is to basically turn it into a recovery truck. That's the plan. So instead of putting this engine back in, we're going to put the Z19DTH in there, and the reason for that is it's a far stronger engine, it's a far stronger gearbox, they're cheaper to replace, they're cheaper to get parts from, and as I've said in a previous video we're doing the Corsa van, it can easily make 200 horsepower, which is probably a lot more powerful than this engine. And again, it's a Vauxhall, something a bit different, something that's not really I've seen done. So yeah, we're having a go at doing this now. And if you look, I need to sort this strap out now because it's going to rub through there, but talk about how close and how tight of a fit this is on the trailer. So let me adjust these straps, let's get on the road, and then fingers crossed this afternoon I'll be going picking up the donor car. So yeah, busy day, a full round trip, picking up all the projects, getting them ready to go. So watch this space. So just back to the yard now to unload. So let's have a bit of a, you know, I tell you why and what I'm doing with this truck, so you can understand a little bit more. So when I go out with the cars, with the trailer, I take my transit van. You've obviously seen it on a couple of other videos, and in the back of the transit van there is a rock and roll bed. Turn this around now to show you. So in the back there, it's all kitted out, rock and roll bed, sorry about the rubbish, all lined, lights in the roof and everything else. Obviously needs a clean, but there you go. So that's where we normally stay on a night out. Now, with me getting a little bit older, bad to say, I just want somewhere a little bit more nicer to stay. A little bit of home luxuries, that type of thing, because I do want to do a lot more races. I do want to get out a lot more with the car. I've got other projects coming on which are also going to need pulling around for racing, like the Smart, like the Audi Quattro, all that type of thing. So the plan with this is I want to do I've kind of always focused on I wanted a truck. So this here now is a good base. Bought it as spares and repairs, obviously because the engine's blown, and obviously it gives us a chance then to do the bit of an engine conversion on it, make a lot more power, make it a hell of a lot more reliable, and just generally make it better. So the plan would be is obviously do the recovery truck and then get myself a bit of a caravan to stay in, so it's a bit nicer to play. So let me show you some of the reasons why we're not going to use the engines, and talk about why we're not just going to refurb the engine that comes with it, and to go into a bit more detail. So obviously the truck comes with, technically, yeah, look at this lovely little piece here, beautiful job. We'll order a new one of them off eBay. It comes with, I think it's a Renault engine. Now there it is on the back. Now the problem with what I can find with some of these truck engines, they're not very good. And as we're saying with this one, I've had this experience with these engines before, the injector's sticking. As it's done with this one, and as you can see, they've already tried to start smashing off the inlet manifold, because you can't get the head off to drill them out without smashing the inlet manifold off, the rock cover off. So I've had one of these engines before, I've done this previously, but that's the reason why. So obviously, gearbox comes with it as well. Now, to discuss a little bit further and to explain this, is sit down. To take into consideration, to get one of these engines, they're around £1,000. The gearboxes alone, on their own, are about £250, £300. So for me, it's it's near enough a £1,200 to £1,500 job for the engine and gearbox, which it still make this van cheap, but you've still got reliability issues. They're not the best. It is what it is. But with doing the Z19 conversion, I can get cars for next to nothing. The gearboxes, I'm going to use the F40 gearbox, which is absolutely bomb-proof. So if a gearbox ever did fail, they're £50 at the very, very best. Parts are easy to come by. Like I've said before, we can tune it up to around the 200 horsepower mark with 300 foot-pound of torque, which would be mega for towing and for putting cars on the back. It's just a whole better solution than to rebuild this engine and put it back in. So that's the route we're going to go down. Plus also, I think it'd be cool to have the engine in there, something again a bit different, something that stands out, something a bit out there. So again, the plan is obviously to build a recovery body. I want to make that full custom to my needs with tyre racks, side boxes, storage units, all little bits of trick stuff just to make my life when I go racing a lot easier. So that's the reason why I've done this, and that's the reason why I'm not rebuilding this engine. I'm going for another one. So now I'm literally just waiting on a phone call from the guy who's got the donor car for the engine, waiting on his reply. Once he replies, back on the road, and we'll go and pick that up, and then we can start looking at getting that engine in this car, in this truck, sorry. So I thought I'd make you guys all laugh. Made a mistake, but you've got to turn your L's into W's. Bought an Astra off Facebook. Don't get me wrong, I could crush it and still make money. And it was advertised 1.9 diesel, SRI. Didn't even think about checking it, and it turns out it's a bloody 8 valve in it. It's a bloody 8 valve, which I knew anyway, but when I opened the bonnet, I'm just literally in the process of stripping it now to get rid. Sold a few bits on it, but rule of thumb now, always check your engine codes, because this one's bit me in the ass. So fingers crossed. I bought the Vetra, which I pick up on Saturday, so this one should go tomorrow on with the Vetra.